0944400981. You can tweet at smooth981fm. The hashtag is Business Express 981.
Thank you, sir. All right, I have to give a quick shout out to Dotun. We met Dotun at my gym yesterday. He's a frequent listener. Dotun, I appreciate you listening to the show. Everybody else. Also have to give a quick shout out to the First Bank crew for the FinTech Summit 3.0. Let's see, Mr. Tokumbo Adeyinka, Mrs. Taiwo Shuneko, Abimbola, Yinka, Ekene. Everybody was fantastic. Thank you so much. Shout out to the First Bank crew. All right. Oh boy, Emmanuel, where do we start? So let's start with this text message that MTN sent out yesterday, in which they were telling folks that they're going to be charging 4 naira,
yeah, for every 20 seconds.
20 seconds on USSD transactions, yeah. And of course, for people out there, the USSD, of course, is your star, blah blah blah, where you want to transfer money.
Yeah.
So there's been an uproar about this thing. The text message was sent yesterday. People went to Twitter tagging the Minister of Communications. Yeah. He now sent a tweet saying he wasn't aware of it, that he's going to direct the NCC to stop the charge. Then Punch has this headline where they said they asked the CBN governor, Mr. Emefiele, why he's in Washington, D.C. for his IMF World Bank meeting where he's looking for money. He now said no, he has nothing to do with it. So that is the telcos. Can you imagine? And then Punch has the headline saying CBN governor disagrees with MTN's decision to charge 4 naira.
So what's going on?
So where's
the regulator?
So first of all, there's actually been a charge that has been on that every USSD transactions. So I believe it was based on an aggregate transactions that you've done before they charge you. Now they want to charge you based on every transactions you do on that USSD platform. So
it's no longer aggregated.
So it's no longer aggregated.
Per transaction.
So from the feedback I got from some people, what I learned was that prior to now, is the banks was the one that actually bear the cost of most of these transactions. So they pay the telecoms for this infrastructure cost for the USSD transactions. Now what the banks are trying to do now is that they're trying to now shift this cost to the customers.
Right.
That is you and I.
Right.
So it means that for every minute you spend on the USSD platform, they charge you about 12 naira.
And this thing is insane because I didn't get the text because I don't use USSD, right? I use my app, but even with my app transfer money, it's still 50 naira they slam on me. My understanding is that once it's not. I thought it was a one-time thing. So say I want to send Valentine or yourself money, I go star blah blah blah, then put your account number, and I thought once I send the money, that's when I get charged. But no, you're saying is
so the count it depends on the time it's spent on that on the
so
platform.
Once I hit that star, whatever.
Hit that star, like for instance, for access star, so
yeah.
The moment you just started, it just starts counting from that moment, from that time.
So if you don't remember the account number, you now
there are sometimes you do like 3-4 times, you make a mistake, discover that they just keep on charging you.
But couldn't they have informed the regulatory body first of all? Like from this conversation, it seemed like they didn't get any express permission to go.
No, that's the tricky thing. The Guardian. Okay, everybody should go on the Twitter handle. We've retweeted it on the Smooth FM handle. The Guardian has a story on this.
So
what's the gist?
So from the Guardian cited that the bankers executive they had actually met already before coming up, before MTN even sent that message. Yeah,
because MTN is not telco is going to wake up one morning and say, okay, we're just going to start charging you money. And unfortunately, people were going on Twitter and saying, oh, MTN, what's doing MTN? Please stop them. Yeah. But meanwhile, if you read the text message, MTN says it is per your bank that is telling us to make this charge. So go and meet your bank. So it's coming from according to Guardian Shah, it is coming from the bank. I thought
the boss of the bank says he's not aware.
Which kind? What story is that? How can he not be aware?
He does not know.
I'm sorry, but he has to be aware. Come on.
I believe so. But we'll get as the week runs out. We'll
get more info.
Anyway,
yeah. So look, folks, if you're sending money, I think I implore everybody to please, everybody, even me, I need to start really going line by line through my bank charges on your statements. If you use SMS alerts,
SMS is
and that one is a fee again. The alerts you get
for sending me message.
Exactly. You are getting fees for getting SMS alerts to keep up with
all
your
these fees
account.
are retrogressive. If you're trying to promote a cashless society, how do you encourage somebody to go cashless by this? But all these moves.
Thank you.
You wake up one day, another charge. I check. I see stamp duty almost 100 naira almost every.
That's the next one.
Just
Shout out to I think it was Michael, our timekeeper. Michael's always checking when we don't stay up until 7. Michael sent me a tweet yesterday or the day before, and he had a screenshot. He went to NU to go and buy fuel. Now he now saw a notice at the fuel station saying that, okay, look, per the CBN. Again, nobody's gonna wake up and start doing this thing without it coming from above. But per the CBN, the notice said they will start charging 50 naira per every POS transaction that's over 1,000 naira. So of course, the way we do it, I start talking to me and Emmanuel. We've been gisting on WhatsApp since yesterday. Emmanuel, tell your own story.
Last night I went to the fuel station and your for to be specific.
Yeah.
As I got there, I told them I want to use my POS to pay. First, they just handed me an handbill stating by the CBN has now mandated to charging 1,000 naira.
So they gave him the notice as
they
charge you what?
1,000 naira, 50 naira on every transaction above 1,000 naira. So I had to add the 50 naira additional fee on top of the amount of the fuel I wanted to buy.
My goodness.
So it's there. But the thing is this, I bought fuel yesterday at a tech circle. I didn't see any notice. I checked my transactions for the fuel. Like I bought fuel in Nigeria, I bought fuel for the gen, my car, everything. Checked it. I didn't see any fee. So it looks like NU is the only one complying with this for now, and this is supposed to be widespread. And now this goes now into the further conversation of how difficult it is to implement these things across the board. Because if that's the case, every fuel station should be showing this this particular charge if you're paying with POS. So,
and people usually raise an uproar when they feel blindsided. So information is key. Emeka from Aja sent in this message. It says USSD denials from the regulatory agencies an indication that both CBN and NCC do not care about Nigerian customers. And Papi K said he works in a bank, and trust me, USSD is the biggest money making machine for e-banking platform. The ratio of commissions against the money banks against what the money banks are making is peanuts. This is whack, he says. They should await mass abandonment of the platform.
Oh, wow.
Hashtag boycott.
He's starting a movement.
And this other one is from Ayodeji. It says not only in your Petrocam as well.
Okay, so it has to be across the board.
And other people are calling out.
Yes, Prince is mentioning it as a Petrocam. Okay, so Petrocam and NU. I have to tell people so they know now.
Uche from VI says there's no way the regulators do not have insight on this. The one-off charge per transaction has always been there. But they want to transfer the access cost to the USSD platform to the USSD platform to the customer, because really all these charges starting to make banks look bad. So better to have the telcos do it directly from your airtime. I did buy gas yesterday and I was charged 50 naira addition.
So people are confirming. There you go. Thank you for that.
The messages are pouring in.
I see.
Lukman from Bagada says people all over the world are protesting and they are getting their government to back down on unpopular policies. The government in Lebanon just tried to tax WhatsApp calls.
That's true.
In Chile, they try to hike train tickets. Hope the people here will learn to use pressure on the government to back down on these policies.
Thank you for that. Yes, we heard about that. They rioted. Yes. They rioted over the tax in Lebanon. They rioted. Oh gosh, man, it's what's Ken saying here?
Ken says, hi Rotus, are you aware that any petrol station?
Ken, thank you. That's exactly what we decided to discuss today. Yes.
And of course, Ibrahim here to be realistic, the telcos have been offering this service for free. I do not have a problem with them charging for it, but 4 naira per 20 seconds is ridiculous.
Charging for free.
Yeah, no, they've been charging. They've been charging before.
They've always been charging.
Yeah,
they've
been charging it.
Free. Yeah, it's regulatory, and the merchants are passing on the costs. That's what this one says. Yinka. Rotus, guess which alert woke me up this Saturday morning? Debit alert from my bank. All my cumulative transactions I made during the week.
Wow.
The cheapest I was billed was 150 naira. The annoying thing here is when you transfer, you get 50 naira debit alert even before the main money you sent out. Or a bank wishing you happy birthday. The charge is 4 naira. Additional says I was in Abuja last week and we tried buying fuel with the ATM in over 7 filling stations. All the stations POS weren't working. Very strange. And I experienced the same thing in Lagos last week. Anyway, Ginika says the problem with this USSD thing is that for certain banks where the telco network is bad, the transaction will automatically time out and you have to start all over again. Who will bear those charges?
That's a very good point.
Very true.
That's a very
and
good
it happens
point.
a lot of time.
Oh wow.
And Imo from Ikeja says some supermarkets also charge 50 naira on POS transactions, and NNPC at Akuta charges 50 naira.
I mean,
as well.
think about it. If it's a POS, it's a POS. So whether it's fuel or a supermarket or wherever
It
you
is
are.
POS.
It is POS. So if it's over 1,000 naira, you
They'll still
probably
charge
have to charge. Thanks
Anyway,
Olajide says,
for that. Yeah, doesn't have to be.
the banks have been paying for USSD infrastructure, but costs have gone over the roof. Someone has to pay for it, or the service may have to be discontinued. It says. Kelvin says, so hope the USSD charge will go on hold.
Well, that's what the Minister of Communications said, and the NCC put out. I think they put out a notice yesterday. I think of the Ministry of Communication put out a notice yesterday. We'll have to see what transpires over the day. Gosh, Emmanuel, which other tax are we going to talk about today?
The non-residents.
Yes, FIRS apparently they sent out a notice, was it yesterday or the day before, saying that they are going to set up a non-resident
department that'll be in charge of taxing our non-residents in the country.
Right.
So from next year 2020, all non-residents in the country will be liable to start paying tax, and they have to be reporting. I think they have to be reporting it monthly.
Yeah. Interesting. It's taxes left and right. Which other tax again? Yinka, funny enough, sent me a message, a tweet on, was it Thursday or Friday? The soft drinks. The Minister of Finance.
That's still in plan.
Wait, Emmanuel. It's still in plan.
Yeah.
But the Minister of Finance came out publicly and said, "Oh, we're thinking about charging you guys for your soft drinks." I mean,
somebody else will come out to say
the government desperately needs
somebody will come out
looking for money.
Somebody will say the reason is because they're trying to make everybody healthy. Remember, just about a week or two before that, we all heard that story. We saw this video clip of Sanusi Lamido Sanusi.
Yes.
You know, making a statement, or rather, he was just making a statement at a conference. It was an international conference,
right?
And he was talking about certain things and health hazards that Nigerians are facing. Yeah. And he cited
the sugar.
Last 2 weeks later,
here we go. Look, ladies and gentlemen, look, why in for it next year? Yes. I don't know. And our salary is increasing to combat all this. They're not. Our
salary is increasing.
Salaries have to increase now.
No, this
is not even 30,000. This is the private sector across the board. How do we deal with all
they're
this?
supposed to implement the minimum wage as well.
Exactly, and they're still looking for money for that one. Oh boy.
Rotus is going to attend to your messages in time. All right.
Yes, who else is saying? Oh, are we out of time?
Yes.
Okay, we'll continue this conversation because it spreads out over the entire week. Emmanuel from ARM, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you, sir. Thanks for your message. We'll still continue this conversation tomorrow. It's just
let's keep it going on Twitter. The hashtag is Business Express 981. Tweet at Rotan Quotes. That's Rotan Quotes with a K. Stay here. Smooth breakfast. We have a nice conversation coming up next about travel.